getting pretty late, so I hope that I can manage to upload this in time so that it's still Tuesday by the time it's up. Anyway, I want to explain why I'm now in my basement is after the events of last week, including the poo and the skeleton and the falling of cameras from trees. I figured it would be better to film inside, that on top of the fact that it's now dark outside and it's really hot out. They had an extreme weather warning in effect today, so it was very hot. So today, instead of doing the usual, like, just talk about what I did this week and stuff, I want to do something a little bit different because I heard something on the radio earlier this week that really, like, irked me. So I was listening to the radio, it was one of those, like, intelligence for your life shows. Sorry, shaky, I'm holding this with my hand. It was an intelligence for your life show, and they were talking about how characters in books can affect your personality. Like, if you read a book about somebody who's, like, really into politics and they're really good at it and they do it for the greater good, then you're more likely to be interested in politics. Or how, like, Katniss from the Hunger Games is a heroic character, so you may start to portray more heroic qualities. And they're talking about how reading books can be really good for making you a better person. But he ended it off by talking about how, I'm paraphrasing a lot here, but basically he said you shouldn't read American Psycho because you might turn into a psychopath. Just, it doesn't work that way. And I'd read a book for my math class, my data management class, earlier this year, and there's a segment in it on heuristics and biases, and one of the biases was anchoring. So I'm gonna read you a little segment of this. Hang on. This is Thinking Fast and Slow by Daniel Kahneman. It's a book that he wrote on statistical biases. Victims and near victims are very concerned after a disaster. After each significant earthquake, Californians are for a while diligent in purchasing insurance and adopting measures of protection and mitigation. They tie down their boiler to reduce earthquake damage, seal their basement doors in floods, and maintain emergency supplies for good order. However, the memories of the disaster dim over time, so they do worry, and diligence and dynamics of memory help to explain the recurrent cycles of disaster, concern, and growing compliancy, and are familiar to students of large-scale emergencies. My battery's running out, so I'm going to have to talk really fast, and this video may end up being really short. But basically, it says that as the memory of the event fades, you're less likely to refer to it more often. So just because you read American Psycho doesn't mean you're going to turn into a psychopath. It just means that you may be like, whoa, psychopaths, for a while. But then, like, as your memory of the event fades, you're not going to turn into a psychopath. You're going to, like, almost completely forget about the book unless you become some, like, rabid fan like some people do in some series. Harry Potter. So, man, it bothered me. So this video has turned out to be super short, mainly just because I'm really afraid I'm going to run out of battery. So, Sophia, you said you would post this week, so please, I really want to see your face on that screen. Post. Robin, have fun in the Galapagos still. I've talked to you a bit since I posted my last video. Seems like you're having fun. I'm really jealous. And Laura, I'll see you on Sunday.